Hello everyone. Today we're going to continue on this subject of what is the church. However, we're going to focus in on a very particular aspect of it. Last time we were looking at counterfeit organizations and ecclesiastical machines. And within the last video I read some quotes going through different titles that are given to the Pope of Rome, such as, the head of the church, the vicar of Christ, and all these different titles. So, I just was thinking we should look at this thing about flattering titles. And so we'll just take a quick look at it. And if you would, of course, as usual, pause the video and have a word of prayer first for the Spirit's guidance, that would be definitely a wise decision to make. So, anyways, the first verse that we're going to look at is from Job chapter 32, verse 21 and 22. It says, "Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, neither let me give flattering titles unto man. For I know not to give flattering titles. In so doing, my Maker would soon take me away." So we see that Job here, knew about not giving flattering titles. And the word here that's used is kana. That's the word for flattering titles. Strong's number H3655, if anyone wants to look up the lemma. And it says here it's a primitive root to address by an additional name, hence to eulogize, give flattering titles, surname himself, etc., etc. So the concept here is, should we be using flattering titles for ourselves or for others? Should we call someone Reverend this, Reverend that, or even Pastor this, Pastor that, or even Mr. this, Mr. that? And if you look up the history of words like Mr., or Master, which is the root of Mr., you'll see kind of how you can look at the history of how it came into our vocabulary to be used as a very common term, and you can see the actual meaning of it as well. Now, we're not going to go through all that right now. We're just going to look at a few passages that talk about flattering titles. So that one in Job, really take it into consideration. Ask, should you be calling yourself by any of these titles, or should you call anybody else by these titles? These are good questions to ask. Matthew chapter 23 verse 8 says, "Be not called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Neither be called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted." So hopefully you're seeing how much this connects with the last video, because we were talking about self-exaltation and how that has affected the religious organizations of the day. And but here, we're not to be going by all these different titles. It's, what's the principle behind it? The principle is, well, why should I put a title on myself to begin with, or on somebody else? Are not those titles just for the purpose of exalting either ourselves or somebody else? And is exalting someone or ourselves something that we ought to do? I thought, we're supposed to say, let the Lord alone be glorified, right? So we're going to look at a couple more verses here. We're going to look at 3 more, and that should be it. Job chapter 17 verse 5. He that speaketh flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. Proverbs 29:5. A man that flattereth his neighborhood spreadeth a net for his feet. 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 5. For neither at any time used we flattering words, as ye know, nor a cloak of covetousness, God is witness. So this is pretty clear in the Bible that we are not to use flattering titles, and it's just something that I wanted to place before you all for consideration. And please, search the scriptures, pray to the Lord about it, and see what the truth is on this matter of flattering titles. So blessings till next time.